And shout out to anybody out there that's trying to do the Borg life thing and trying to make your negative experiences more positive for people around you. I appreciate it, and it may not be immediately rewarded, right? But it's worth it. It really is.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Yes,
thank you.
you.
Can't thank you enough.
Thank
This
y'all.
has been amazing.
Appreciate you.
It's meant so much to people. I mean, even in the chat. I mean, you should see it now. It's practically all hearts. You know.
Oh, come on now.
It really meant a lot. And I mean, there's 7,000 people watching right now. I'm not even exaggerating. So, so you have a bigger audience than Hall H.
Gotcha. Oh wow. What does Hall H hold?
6,500.
Really? Maybe I should rip this T-shirt off and reveal my I Heart ZS tattoo on my chest now. Now that I know that I got enough people watching. If I ever get an I Heart ZS tattoo on me, be like, yo, Ray, I think you're taking it a little too far now. Just stop me.
Well, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It really means a lot.
My pleasure.
You know, you got all our support, and can't wait to watch
all of our love and support.
All right. Yes. I'm gonna get out of here so Zach can get on and hurry up and show us this clip I've been waiting to see. So, thank you all.
Thank you again.
I'll hopefully talk to you soon. All right.
Bye. Peace.
Okay, should be live. Hopefully everything is updated. Sorry guys, we've actually completely had some technical problems. Love it. Absolutely love it. But we should be going live. Setting everything up because YouTube is absolute garbage when it comes to streaming, because none of it wants to work. Okay, so we're just going to wait here.
Any exit questions?
Hey, welcome, Douglas McBride. Okay, we'll sit here and wait. Welcome, people. Let me turn my webcam on. There we go. We're live. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? How are we all doing, people? Let me know. How are we all doing? Okay, we're just setting everything up because YouTube likes to just not work a lot of the time because, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. There we go. So we're just waiting for this to start. Be about 10 minutes. Okay. So, how is everyone? Don't be shy. Here we are, baby. Go with 10 minutes out. So, this will be fun. We can prepare for everything. But you can't prepare for life. You can't prepare for life getting in the way. Can you? Go with 10 minutes out. Okay, cool. Da 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 da. Yeah, so we should be Gucci. We should be Gucci any minute. I'll throw this up on the full screen on the right when this starts to kick in. Bit early, but we want to get all the technical stuff. And I want to watch this with you guys. That's what I want to do. I want to have a good time. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. So we chilling? Right. How you guys day going? Let me know. Gonna see a clip Very cool clip, apparently. So, time will tell if it's good. Should really be wearing my glasses. Okay, let's jump in. Let's see what's going on. Where is... Hey, there we go. There we go. So we good. How are we all? It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one tonight, people. Or whatever time you're watching this. It's currently 10:30 just outside of London. Okay. This cannot be working. Let's make sure the chat's working. Yep. Here we go, baby. Oh, 1 minute. 1 goddamn minute, baby. We hype. Baby. So if you are watching this on VOD, we are 1 minute away. Should be starting soon. Okay. Okay, should be starting. Fingers crossed. Everyone's waiting. Yeah, they are. Hey,
We're
hey!
back, and we are with director,
Zack
the
Daddy.
architect of the DCEU, Zack Snyder.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, guys. And I want to do a quick thank you to the fans, anybody watching, and you guys especially for putting this on because it's so fun. We'd all be in San Diego, I think, right now, you know, in that sweaty Hall H.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not going to lie.
Magic
I
happens.
thought about, you know, in, I guess maybe last year or 2 years ago, I had cut a trailer. I have like a personal trailer for my cut of Justice League, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had thought about like trying to like sneak into Hall H and like bribe the AV guy to just play it during like someone's presentation just to see what happened. But
Oh my God.
never did it. But,
I mean, that would be really fun to watch. I wonder what would happen.
I thought it would have been a cool move just to kind of shake it up a little bit. But, probably best that I didn't do that because I would have, you know.
Should have done it during the Marvel panel. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining the madness that would ensue. Like, oh my
Never
God,
thought
what
of it.
is this?
Yeah, you would have known right away because it was in black and white, so it would have been very,
Oh wow.
very dramatic.
Well, so let's start this off. So you have
Okay.
this thing coming out next year.
Yeah, I got a little movie coming out next year on HBO Max. So you're gonna want to, you know, get that if you don't have it. And then so my daily routine is that we cut just on the movie. It's more the work we're doing is sort of restoration work, you know, because it's so much visual effects and it's a lot of like you know, putting together the visual effects and like how this shot's going to work and like, you know, because we're putting the, you know, original Steppenwolf back, you know, so there's tons of work in that alone. And then just all these additional scenes that have these massive visual effects that were never 100% finished. So it's a lot of that work. You know, it also, the film was finished in, the cut that I'm working on was finished in February of, I think that, was it 2017? Yeah, February of 2017.
Told you.
Cut
It was a cut.
finished.
2017.
You know, and then that's the giant, you know, super long version of the movie, my kind of penultimate version. And then the work we did in the subsequent months was to shorten the movie to the studio mandate that you know, that we never really got to, but so it really, the cut is and the work is really on that giant director's cut that I finished then, and I really enjoyed getting,
Hey, bro.
you know, the movie at that length. You know, when you show it to people at that length early on in the process,
DC
and
Chronicles.
everyone just being super excited about like how awesome the movie was, and that it's weird that this movie could never really play. And I'll be honest that even at that time, I had this idea of maybe there's a way to show it, this giant version of the movie, you know, whether it be on HBO or somewhere, you know, where you could literally just say, it's okay, it's not theatrical, so it can be, you know, 4 hours long and no one, you know, just put a big intermission in, and if you want to pause it, you can. or you just, you have really great bladder strength, so you don't have a problem. But
I think after Lord of the Rings, people would be less scared of long movies.
Right.
Yeah, you would. I look, I don't know.
Hey, Anthony Beltran,
I really don't get that. I mean, it's funny because like the length of the other movies that we've done in the past, it always had to do with like the IMAX version of Watchmen. The length is based a little bit on the sort of size of the film reels of IMAX.
I'll give anything to watch
So
that
if the movie was I think a minute longer, the film would fall off the reel. So we had to kind of get it to a length that it would fit the film reel. And so, that's just part of the process. Finding that kind of working backwards. But it was always a kind of, the creative part of it was interesting. It wasn't like a 2-hour mandate, which is a very restrictive length for what I would consider, especially for Justice League, which is all these characters trying to figure them out and develop all of them and introduce them and get them to do their thing in a what I would say, as a directive is a big challenge, in that short amount of time. So hard to dig too deep in 2 hours. But now that we have this giant expanded length, I think that we really, and frankly, I've shot this material. I don't look. I've never been accused of making short movies, but I think it's a natural. I feel like it's very natural length for this movie, and when you see this sort of the way everybody gets there, like everyone gets to come around, and everyone gets to sort of see a complete story. I think that's really really fun and really cool, and it is really interesting and cool to start to like work with the original Steppenwolf design, who thankfully was in all of our previs. So like all the previs is the old Steppenwolf, with his crazy armor and everything. So like, it's underneath. So you just look underneath and you're like, oh, cool, look, that's how we were going to originally do it. So it's fun to see that.
So it was ruined.
He's scary and cool, and I just think he's badass.
A spiky butt.
Yeah.
He's a spiky fucker. I'm telling you. He's not scared. Steppenwolf literally doesn't care. He's not humanoid, so he really doesn't care. He'll like tear your arms off. He literally doesn't care. Anyways, that's cool. So it's cool. He just wants Darkseid to accept him and take him back. But and that's also fun, starting to work and like, create oops is to start, and then
is that how you say it? Oops.
That's how I say it. Look, I don't.
You know what?
We're going with it. We're going with it.
It's been ongoing debate today.
It's what I don't. That's the problem with comic books. No one ever like. They don't.
There's no pronunciation.
They don't tell you that.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
That's
not the problem, but it's one of them.
No, that is the problem with comic books, because like there's fantasy authors who will make like a glossary to explain how to pronounce things, but comic book authors, they never think of that stuff. Come on.
Also, the problem is like it's canon, so like you don't want to step on
right
the way that everyone thinks it's pronounced, because then it becomes a thing. So, and we never actually say it in the movie purposely. His name. Because for that reason, but we just say, "Oh, the young Darkseid." I mean, you could say that. That's another way of saying it.
So
it's not nearly as like, intimidating as Oops is, or whatever, however you want to say it.
There's this rumor going around that your name that it's not actually called Zack Snyder's Justice League. Can you comment on that?
It's really the name of the movie as Zack Snyder's Justice League is. It's the name that it is the name we all want. It is the name we are working on. It's legal reasons that restrict it, but we're trying to work that out. So
perfect.
Okay.
I still think that's the cool name for it. But
well, we're gonna cross our fingers for that.
That
would be.
I mean, we have a merch for it, so they better allow it.
We have to start some letter writing campaign to the.
You shouldn't have said that. There is 13,000 people ready to start.
Yes, 13,000.
Sorry. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I think that it's the correct. It is the correct sort of way of looking at the movie, because it's really a pure sort of vision, unencumbered by anything other than like what we think is awesome. And I think that it makes sense, you know. But it is just, look, you know, I've said it 100 times, and I'll say it again. Like, look, these characters are bigger than us, and they're bigger than like any filmmaker or any actor, and they'll exist far beyond us. You know, at this moment with this particular thing, this is like our take and our sort of our approach, and it's pretty singular, and it's exciting for me to get this chance. And so I don't look at gift horse in the mouth. I just love working on it, and I would do, you know, I would do it for free.
Soon. We should see a trailer soon, actually.
Let's see. So yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about this in the restoration process. When I originally shot the film, let me go back. When we were working on Batman v Superman, you know, we shot a ton of the sequences in IMAX, right? And in that, I was obsessed with the film theaters, or sort of the science center, if you will, theaters where they show the 1:3 aspect ratio.
Yes, I love those
films, right? It's like the only place really, like IMAX. Outside of that is kind of just like it's like a bigger version of your TV. You know what I mean? But in its gigantic, you know, full app, full film, 10-story screen, it's a really different experience. And when watching, you know, BVS, and those sequences came on, and I was like, holy shit, that is fucking crazy. It really got me sort of obsessed with the big square, right? And I was like, oh, it'd be cool, like. And then, like, because all the movies were getting, like, you know, more widescreen, like more anamorphic, thinner, you know, like this. And I was like, fuck that. That's so we shot the movie full app, right? We shot it as a full app release, and that was to say, the movie, as photographed on the day, was shot in a big full app 1:3 aspect ratio.
So you're saying it can be shown in one of those theaters that like.
My intent was to have the movie,
the
entire film play in a gigantic 1:3 aspect ratio on a giant IMAX screen.
That's a dream come true.
Yeah.
So that was how it started, but I really started just compositionally really falling in love with that concept, because, you know, superheroes tend to be a sort of, as figures, they tend to be more, you know, less horizontal. You know, maybe Superman when he's flying, but when he's standing, he's more, you know, he's more of a vertical. And so I had,
dude,
you know, everything's composed and shot that way, and a lot of the restoration is sort of trying to put that back. You know, put the big squares back as I'm working. Like you saw it, you could see the Wonder Woman frame that I released. That's the original aspect ratio of the scene, the way it was shot. Like that's right out of the camera. That's not like cropped for Instagram or anything. That's literally how it's photographed. And you can just tell when you look at the crop, and then when you look at the kind of full app version, it's a completely
this
different
needs to be released in
aesthetic,
IMAX. You know,
it's just got a different quality. And one that is
IMAX.
unusual. No one's doing that, and it's like its own, 100% its own thing, and it owes nothing to, you know, whatever aspect ratio of a theatrical film was released in. A lot of the work we're doing is trying to restore the full frame. You know, it's like literally a restoration project at this point. You know, because there were certain scenes that were just you know, fucked up by the crop. You know, so we have to kind of like fix it a little bit. So that's a big part of our job. So, you know, so I was going to do a quick little aspect ratio tutorial. So if this is a doodle I just did, you would say, okay, so like a 185 or 235 image.
Yeah, they did.
Kind of
especially if you look at Halo, man.
kind of like
absolute trash.
Like that's kind
And I've got a Cortana tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and so like what you would do is the entire picture.
So what happens when you actually film the motion picture, and this is true regardless, if you shoot Super 35 or any like open aperture, like you basically have underneath, unless it's anamorphic, underneath the image is this size. So this box is what is photographed by the camera, the big box. And then when you see a movie on TV, they just put these black bars.
I always wondered how that worked.
Yeah, unless it's shot digitally, and then it is only there's nothing above or below. But if it's shot on film, like this movie was, there's extra information up here and up here, or down here and up here. So
he is such a genius.
I had hoped that one day people would be able to see the entire motion picture. So that's what we're working on, and it's pretty special and pretty cool, and it really has its own. It's when you see it, it's very it's its own thing and really cool, and also really I think helps to differentiate it from anything else you've seen sort of in this genre for sure.
Yeah.
So that's fun and really cool to see, because when you see those big images up on screen, especially like
I personally didn't.
We were looking at
too hot on the
even just the Aquaman intro in Iceland, and you just see him with Bruce, and when you see the crop version and then you see the full out version, like, oh, it's just obviously better. There's no.
I've only seen one movie in IMAX. It's Harley Quinn,
but it's cool, it's really fun. It's fun work, and to see the guys. It's also fun just to revisit these scenes, these amazing scenes that these guys were, rendered for me, in this entire film, and every single one of them with their amazing, these amazing sequences where they really just do this. Look at me, I'm trying not to spoil. So I'm thinking of the shot in my brain. I'm thinking of the thing. I literally want to say it, but I'm not going to, because I'm not rude. I'm not going to destroy it. So it's been, like I said, it's been super, but it's a labor of love, and it's great. It's great fun. So let's talk about, so I have like a new shirt. I guess that's the only way to say it. But, I was thinking about the fans, and I was thinking about like all the stuff we've done, and we've done like now there's a series of t-shirts. It's like a whole thing now. It's gotten completely ridiculous.
We've actually talked about it today a lot. On the we had Todd coming to the people in the morning, so we talked about the shirts in the morning. Then we also spoke on it on AFSP panel, and Ray Fisher kind of went on with it too. So it's been ongoing topic. I mean, the shirts raised like over $130,000.
No, the shirts are amazing, and I'm completely excited and happy to be involved with this, and AFSP as a getting benefit from our t-shirts is like the greatest possible scenario, and I think that I just wanted to make like a really personal shirt. Not that the other shirts weren't personal, but they're all personal. But it was kind of a thank you, to the fans, because now we're doing it, right? It's on, and we're in the middle.
3 years trying to get his movie.
We're making the movie like every day. I work on the movie, and we have marketing meetings, and talk about trailers, and it's like you're just making a movie, and so in that way, it's incredible. Like you're just like you. Like, was this going to happen? Like, I don't. It was cool. It was a fun kind of I don't know, like hope. But did we think that they were really going to go, hey, maybe we should put that on? And,
why has it got a timer on the bottom right?
It didn't seem like a thing that was going to happen to me. But look at that. I'm happy to be wrong. But I did think what I really, the entire time, and the work that we did, and the money that was raised by the fans and by you guys, and the awareness, toward mental health and suicide prevention and those things that are so important, and literally saving lives. Literally, I don't care, this work has saved people's lives. People are alive today that would not be if you guys hadn't done what you did. Right? That's just a fucking fact. Okay? And so you can say whatever you want about whether or not this is the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, or whether you care about the fucking Snyder Cut or you don't. The fact is that the work done is undeniably
that's 21 hours.
Amazing. And
I'm not waiting 21 hours for this fucking trailer.
Fucking film. That this
motherfucker's releasing
alone
it now.
is enough for me and for like my family and for our personal involvement with the fandom and with what they've done. This fucking thing right here, like you can't. I don't care who the fuck you can't deny that that's amazing. And so, all right, sorry. So the rant. I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay.
Go on.
We couldn't have done it without
Like,
you and
seriously.
without your encouragement and support.
Something
Like
else.
we would have stopped if you told us to, but you never told us to. So.
Well, and how could I? I was like, this work, you know, Debbie and I would just see like how everything was so organically linked. You know, that was the thing I think that was really amazing. You know, that link between, you know, what happened with us and what happened with the film, and then what happened to the fans, and like that circle came together and said, like, you know what? Let's find a way to make this positive. You know, let's find a way to make this something fucking cool, like, or something fucking doing good. And it just landed so well. Anyway, so this is the shirt. I make it up just so you can see it.
Show us what you got.
Yeah.
Show us what you got.
So this is the shirt. Is it backwards?
No, it's perfect.
Here's my camera.
Gorgeous. So what do those Roman numerals mean?
Oh, you'll have to, you know.
Oh.
Oh.
I had a feeling you'd make us
Really?
do it.
Oh, okay. So then on the back, this is on the back, right? So the idea is that every single person is a producer of this movie, right? And so my idea is that, and then Adam who designed the shirt and who like did that tattoo on me, Adam I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna film Adam, and he's going to letter the shirt, right? Like, and sort of, we'll do a little tutorial, and I'll put it up on Vero, and you guys can, you know, like, we'll get the right marker, not this one. We'll get the right marker. Don't do anything I'm doing right now. That guy's the guy. We got to do this video. But yeah, and he will, and that way, because I don't want to see anybody like with some sloppy fucking like, oh, my name, like where I can't read it, because I want to go, hey, producer, you, and like say the name because I see it on the back. I don't want to go
Write
like,
it
hey,
correctly,
I read
people.
your fucking handwriting. I don't know what you wrote.
Okay, so I should get my
Take
dad
5
to
minutes
write
and write the fucking thing correctly. Anyway, yeah, so I think that's really cool. And they're going to be so they're going to be you're going to go to get them. You're going to go to first at hbomax.com. This Snyder Cut. What do you call that? /. And then they're going to be at when it goes live at DC Femdome on August 22nd, and I'll give some more details. They're going to be 1,000, and they're going to be first there's 1,000 for free, and they'll ship them to you and everything.
Whoa!
This is the first one to register, you get it for free. And when they run out, we're going to put them on each of the people. So if you're like I'm not going to fight those people at DC Fandom, like I literally cannot fight them because that's exhausting. You know, you'll be able to just go get it and support an amazing cause and be part of that this amazing movement that's, like I said before, a life-saving, awesome, you know, cool movement. So,
that's pretty
I like
cool.
how chat is full of I want it.
Yeah.
Gotta get this, and it's got some little Easter eggs in it, of course. Yeah.
So is Adam the one who did the first JL shirt for you?
Yeah, Adam's done like a ton of shirts for me. He's always kind of like, he did our logo. I've known him for years. He's he's a great friend, a super creative guy.
He did did he do the Zack Snyder's Justice League one, the one from Christmas, or was that you?
The one.
When we put it, that was on ink.
The very normal one.
Yeah.
The one with the with the logos and the sleeves and everything.
think maybe Wes did that one. I'm not sure. I have to check. He did all the ones to cryptically like anything that was trying to,
all the gots and stuff.
Yeah, anything, all the gods, yeah, for sure. Anything that has that, anything you can tell his stuff. You know, he does kind of this.
Anything with Easter eggs was Adam, and anything else was
Wes. Much, yeah. Yeah. Adam is like the, if you want to take a deep dive, you go with that.
Does he have a Vero that we can link people to?
I don't think he is. I don't think he's on social media. He's kind of not.
You're failing us. You gotta go tell him.
I will
hook your boy up.
I will talk to him because he would.
All you have to do is
he does all our house gym T-shirts. He did my house gym, all the house gym stuff. You know, yeah, he's a great guy. But so that's the T-shirt, and I'm really excited about it. Let's see what else. What else you guys want to talk about? I got I think I've gone through all my stuff. Other than I know we have the thing. I don't know if we want to do that now. Is it too soon?
We can do it. We can do the thing
whenever you want.
Or let's do the thing.
Let's blow up the internet, you say?
All right,
let's just do the thing, and then we can do some
boys.
questions.
We're going in.
And
All right.
that's
Let's get
Give
this
me
shit
one
done.
sec.
Meg, set us up.
All right, 1 second.
And then I can talk a little bit about it afterward, and I'll tell you what it is, because it's helpful to get some time.
All right.
Okay, what's this? Black Suit Superman!
Assuming you're Alfred.
I'm looking over there.
What?
I don't have sound on, so I hope the sound is on.
It is.
What was that?
So yeah.
What
Sorry, I messed that up a little bit. I was so nervous.
That?
So what'd you guys think?
I'm sorry, I'm watching. I have delay.
No, it's okay.
Oh, baby.
So I thought
I'm down for that.
Look, we're gonna of course see it in all of its massively glorious action, but I thought the nice slow walk up might be a good way to just see it for the first time and just get a sense of it, and I think it's pretty cool.
I mean,
that was like our.
Oh my God, Meg is having another.
I can't believe it. I've waited years.
It's just such an incredible moment.
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
Yeah, and also, just a really, I think, just also an iconic meeting. Of course, there's more to the scene, much more. I just gave you that little taste because I didn't want to and I know also that this bit was finished. After the movie was done and I was away from it, they went back into scenes that I had done because you guys were making so much noise on the internet about, the Snyder cut. They were like, oh, we should put some deleted scenes into the movie, And so that scene, they just, without asking me, they just put it on,
Yeah, they fucked it up.
Care. It was like, it is what it is. Without asking me, it sounds rude, but it is, I didn't care.
Yeah, it didn't look as good, though.
But, and of course, it's not Final Color or anything like that. I just this was just, the guys we were looking at.
Let's blow up the internet.
Visual effects shots the other day, and that shot came up, and I looked at it, and I was like, that was like
Oh my God, Meg is having it.
I can put that. I know where I can show that. I think some people will appreciate seeing that. It's fun.
I know you said it's not Final Color, but it's really pretty. I like the way that you so like at the moment how the cape is done and how the crest is done, like so that way you're not overwhelmed by all the black.
Yeah, no, it's got kind of a charcoal kind of quality to it. I kind of like it. Not quite it's still got a little bit of the detail, which I'm really obsessed with. So I didn't want it to be too crunched down.
Well, somebody's definitely gonna rewatch this and pause it and pick it apart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fine. As you should. And then it's only gonna get better because it's early days.
I mean, it looks beautiful.
Yes.
We've watched it probably 100.
Let's blow up the internet, you say?
We paused each frame. That's beautiful.
You know,
we did spend a lot
More
of
than
time
100.
watching, just like looking at Henry's face. I mean, I'm sorry, but we did.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I noticed a significant lack of green screen on the mustache area.
The thing.
Apparently there was a mustache.
The thing that we're not supposed to speak of.
Yeah.
Yes, the thing that, yes.
It's not my fault. The chat is everyone screaming, "Yay, no mustache!"
Yeah.
They also are screaming to play it back, but you know.
Yeah, I will never see an image of Henry Cavill with a mustache in my in the work that I did. So
I was gonna say you did see him with a mustache in your announcement.
I did see him the other day, but in the movie,
yeah,
there's no shots with him with a mustache.
There are people out there that are kind of misinformed about, you know, the difference between your movie and the movie that came out in 2017, and some of them are claiming that you're gonna use some of Whedon's scenes, which you're not.
There would be no chance on Earth that I a shot that was made prior or after I left the movie. There would be no way. I would destroy the movie. I would set it on fire before I would use a single frame that I did not photograph. That is a fucking hard fact. And that is just, and it, you know, I mean,
we knew this, but I had to ask just so that we have,
for the audience.
I literally would blow that fucking thing up if I thought for a second.
Hey, we don't want it unless it's the way you get.
Yeah.
It's, by the way, you know, anything you see in this movie that reminds you of the other theatrical release, which again, famously, I literally have never seen, would be because that was a thing I had done, and now it's being borrowed for whatever the Frankenstein's monster that you guys got in the theater.
Have you heard Junkie XL's soundtrack?
I have heard a lot of it. He's working like a maniac right now. You know, because there's a ton that we had already done, but there's a ton more movie that we need to detail out. And he's just cranky. I talked to him. I was on the phone with him this morning. Frankly, we were just going about like, oh, we got to make sure this and that moment, and you fucking crazy. You got to have this happen and that. And so, yeah, he and I are jazzed, and we're working like maniacs.
Can't wait.
Yeah, he's so inspired too. It's just awesome to hear him on the phone. He's just really
crazy, bro.
So we're getting demands to play it again. All right with you, boss?
Sure. Let's see one more.
All right.
And Meg, turn up the volume. People are asking.
I can. It's as loud as it goes.
Okay.
All right. Nobody talk. Right. Okay.
Assuming you're Alfred.
Delay.
There we go.
Right away. One more.
One more? Okay, 1 second.
No, right away.
1 sec here.
Before they ask. See how you see that kind of charcoal in the cape? It's just that little.
Assuming you're Alfred.
Is it done?
Yeah. There we go.
So when you were on set with everyone, did you already have a black suit made, or did you just have color correction for later?
Yeah, exactly. Because the studio at the time was like, "There's no chance," because I would argue for the black suit all the time, and they were like, "We don't think it's a good idea." And I'd say,
"What the fuck?"
Yeah, like, what do you mean? Not a good idea. So PK and I, we would always talk about like, okay, when we get, I'm like, fine, don't worry about it. We're okay. We're good.
You're like, whatever. We can do that in post if we.
Yeah,
can.
we'll shoot the suit the way it is. But we had done little adjustments to the suit that would make it a little bit easier to dial it, to make the contrast a little bit more. We had done some experiments with, you know, in Photoshop, so we knew how to do it, how to do this transformation. So we had done a bunch of private experiments to make sure we could switch it. You know,
that's very clever of you
on the DL, because frankly they were just not into it. So I thought from the beginning it was a great idea, and I knew it was the correct evolution for him when he rose from the dead, that he would be in the black suit.
That was the clip. Yeah, that was the only clip we're getting.
You know, there was this obsession with it being funny or light or something, and for some reason the perception of the black suit made everyone see like, oh, it's just like, that sounds like you're just trying to make the movie, you know, dark and scary,
evil Superman,
not hilarious. And I said, well, yeah, no, it's by the way, it's not hilarious. So yeah, and I think
your favorite hero is dead.
What's that?
Your favorite hero is dead. It's not supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
Help me with that. Help me with the. It's gonna be hilarious when he wakes up from the dead.
Yeah.
Once Doomsday pulls his spike out of his heart, that's when the laughs begin. I'm telling you.
and the you know, blue and red suit's gonna stitch itself together miraculously off screen.
You know, you can. As far as that goes, like, look, Kryptonian technology, I don't understand it personally, but I'm pretty sure it could generate a suit if it wanted to. So we'll see about that in the future. You know, I would hope it would, because, like I said, I am a firm believer in Superman's position in the pantheon.
Mm-hmm.
That's at the top, and that's why I'm obsessed with him and his, like, good and bad and happy and sad and dead and alive and like everything, because I want him on in full volume, in full spectrum of emotion. I don't want him like one note Boy Scout, like, I'm here to like help everyone, whatever.
It's an evolution.
It's an evolution. It's like, you know, you hear the words of Jor-El and you hear the words of Pa Kent ringing in his ear, trying to keep him on track, and we all get distracted and pushed and pulled by like the world, and we have this great ideals and we get turned into something else. And I think that's, you know, that's what is Superman not more relatable when he is
100%?
I'm seeing about 700 comments about Green Lantern. You guys, I don't know if you can say anything
say about that, because you did put him on the shirt on the merch.
Yeah, sure. You did do that, didn't I? Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's a thing, isn't it? I see that too. I'm looking at my thing right there. I'm like, ooh, green hearts everywhere. Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying.
That's your Green Lantern news, guys. He put it on the shirt.
That's Green Lantern news.
He put it on the shirt. That's it, guys.
Yeah.
So we just saw Superman after he's risen from the dead. So,
yeah, he has. He did.
So
spoiler alert! Oh shit!
Oh no!
No, Zach, we already know he's dead.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah, that's true.
That's the whole plot of your entire movie. You established.
He is in the trailer. Was he ever in a trailer I released?
No, I don't think you. No, but you did bring Henry. You did bring Henry for a panel, I believe, in 2016 for like Justice League.
You didn't even have him on the merch. He was on the merch after.
Yeah, we had this whole, and you can imagine the marketing conversations we had about like whether he should or should not be in.
That was genius, just saying.
On the poster or not on the poster, and that went.
Now I'm seeing so many things about Martian Manhunter. You guys, pick a different color.
They love it. They love anything green.
Yes.
Go green.
No, we were talking. We
want extraterrestrials only.
Yes.
We were talking.
I mean, you say green, and they just like up it up with the green hearts. So now they're sure we're doing ourselves any favor.
So real question.
I knew it was real.
Do you sometimes put something on Vero and then log off, or do you watch the detonation of the bomb you just posted?
It depends. You know, I do like a lot of times on Vero. I do like to, you know, I'll go down and look at some responses and just kind of do a little discussions if I can, if I've got time. But there are times I just am like, I'm skiing or something. I'll be like, oh, I ski away. But yeah, that does happen. It does happen. Or I'm like, I'll be like getting ready to go in the gym. I'm like, oh, hang on, I got to work out. But there we go. That's fun.
Because when you went and you posted about how Swanwick was supposed to is also John Jones, that broke the internet. That broke our hearts, but also gave us life at the same time. Because we didn't get to see that reveal for real, but it was still like, it was still exciting as hell, all hell.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like I say, I like to, you know, I just really the whole great thing about Vero and the way I get to interact with it is that it really is, and for whatever it was, 2 years or a year and almost 2 years, I just would just be frank and just say, oh, this was a cool thing, you know? And it just, I felt like that relationship was, you know, really kind of protected. And I really felt that the genuine responses I got from people, whether it be, you know, a photo of Henry or
it's real.
Kind of just cool shit
stuff
that I was just wanted to talk about or show, even with no agenda of it going beyond that. Like, this is it. This is how it will exist for all time, as a drawing, as a doodle that I did. I'm fine with that. I have no hope beyond that. But the discussion that I got to have with people about that who care about it, you know, that's an amazing interaction that you can't.
You know, you really kept us motivated with those like posts.
Yeah, seriously.
What's that?
You kept the movement very motivated with those posts. Like, every time it seemed like we were running out of steam, all of a sudden you'd post something like, well, now I've got life in me again. Let's go.
Yeah, let's start trending.
We're the worst nightmare.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest, like that day, you know, on the anniversary, you know, leading up to the anniversary, and then, I mean, because I think there had been a couple days where, you know, my buddy would just be like, you guys are trending like worldwide. And I'd be like, oh, what? And like, we don't have anything. And
fans are crazy because
it's just cool. It was cool, you know, just like, I like this idea that, and at that time, that the hashtag Release the Snyder Cut was the largest sort of volumized hashtag and or social media presence of any Warner Brothers movie ever made, and it didn't exist.
Yeah,
you know, I think that feels problematic. If I own a studio, that feels like an issue. I think we need to figure that out.
Right.
Guys, that's not working over there. Clearly, we need to call that guy up and see what the hell's going on over there.
Before I forget, speaking of the cut existing, Ray Fisher's got an axe to grind with you because he hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's not going to see it. I'll tell you. Well, not for a while. I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why. Because that guy is like, I want him, the movie's got to be done. It's got to be close to done. Because I want him to have the full.
Yeah,
I get it.
It's a lot about him. And I want it all. I don't want to see him. He doesn't want to see himself in the pajamas because, frankly, he had to wear
Earth had Avengers, so she needs to turn up
for 90% of the movie. When he would do like the flashbacks or like his construct shots, where you got to wear like a football jacket or like a shirt, he was like, "This is crazy. Is this okay? I'm in a shirt. Does anyone know that? I'm just in a shirt." I say, it's fine. It's fine. It's in this scene, you're actually in a shirt. And you'd be like, okay, this feels weird. But yeah.
Why is Todd here? I'm not sure.
Todd,
you're in the wrong room.
he's crashing.
He's crashing. I can't hear him anyway.
I think you realized you clicked the wrong link.
Oh, that's cool. I was like, Todd, what's up?
17,000 people just saw him do that.
They're all like,
okay. Well, I think
there he is.
I think Ray will forgive you now.
Yeah.
Look, when he sees it, he's I think he'll be okay. I really do. Maybe you know what I'll do? I'll just give him a couple of small scenes just to tide him over.
Yeah.
Because people wanted to know, because you showed Jason, so it's like.
Well, Jason, that was slightly different. I mean, again, that was at the time when no one's gonna ever see this, so you better check it out.
Let's see.
There's a question.
And that, by the way, that version of the movie is in black and white.
Ooh.
You know, because when I had the movie myself, I turned it black. I had seen some advertising for Justice League, a billboard or something, and it made me turn the movie black and white because I saw the way they colored the movie.
Added color.
It made me turn.
I have to make the movie black and white just to like be okay.
So you can deal with it, but
yeah. And it was fine. By the way, you've seen my images. Then that started a thing for me, and I just kind of really started seeing the movie in black and white in this kind of luxurious, silky black. But by the way, that was all just done on my computer at home one day.
No big deal.
So when
just on your computer.
So when it hits HBO Max, will it be in black and white or in color?
It'll be in color. It'll be in color. It'll be in my color.
It'll be in your palette.
Yes.
Let's see. Lots of people asking about more clips, guys. That's the only clip I got.
Yeah, I want to see more on it. Really?
Yeah. What you just saw wasn't cool enough.
I like that.
That's the only thing he's allowed to show, guys.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm not even sure I was allowed to show that. So let's.
Oh, okay.
Well, shit.
Yeah. I was like, better to ask for forgiveness than permission, probably in this case.
Well,
okay.
Justice Con's trending on Twitter, so if you didn't want HBO Max to know,
yeah, it's too late.
Look, it's they have been utterly amazing. I got to be 100% honest. Those guys are so supportive, and they're so and I did ask. I'll be honest. If I could, I don't want to be that guy, but I think it would be cool, if I could show this because I think everyone's gonna love it. So they were like, that's cool.
There's people asking, series or a movie?
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask too. Can you speak to that debate there a little bit, or?
You're gonna have to wait for that one too.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, people ask questions we can answer.
But wait a second. I have another thing to ask about that. Will we know at fandom or?
You will.
Oh,
it'll be
okay.
You will. You find out at fandom.
All right.
But I think I did tell Grace that it was longer than 2:14 now.
You did. Yes, you did.
You did. So, would you say that either way you'd be happy? Because some people think
as a single. Yeah, I like either way. 100%, I'd be happy. They both have. Look, the truth is, regardless of how it comes out, you can always watch it. You'll always be able to watch it
in one sitting if you.
Exactly.
Yeah, because there are folks online who think that you'd be compromising. You who say no compromise if you end up doing it as a series. So that's why we had to ask. I honestly thought that would be a better.
I think it's better. I mean, I'm not saying that's the way it's going to be, but I think it's very interesting.
And HBO is a great place to do it. I mean, after what they did with Game of Thrones, we know that they can give you a lot of latitude. Mm-hmm. So there's this one question that's
League of Thrones.
Yes.
Game of League.
There's one question that's a little touchy, but I keep seeing it pop up. When it came, I don't know if you can answer it. You probably can't, but
worth a shot.
But it basically, people want to know: was it your decision to hand over the film to someone else, or was that the studio's call?
Yeah, it's an interesting. As far as you mean as far when I was going to step away.
Yeah, when you stepped away for a little bit, was that your call to let someone else step in? Or
well, it certainly was our decision to leave the movie, know, in the light of what happened.
Of course.
So, and was it specifically our call on who would do it and all that? And it was before the committee, it was a thing that was sort of a general.
It was a company decision.
Yeah. We were pretty distracted at the time.
Of course.
Right, yeah.
Let's see, what else do we got for you? Will there be additional things filmed when COVID lightens up?
Ooh, when COVID lightens up.
If it ever does.
That's by the way, somebody answer that question.
Yeah, when is COVID getting cured,
when is
Zach?
COVID going to lighten up? Yeah.
That's something you probably can't speak on, even if you knew.
Even if I did know. About COVID or about the other thing?
No, about like if there's going to be additional. If
I knew about COVID, I swear I would say.
Slow down in the chat, fam. Stop spamming.
People are asking
you're
what
not
that
gonna-
big picture is behind you.
Hang on. What now? What the big?
I
What's
said-
the picture behind you?
Oh my god. I think I'm gonna. Oh, yeah. No, that you can't. Not
It's
really.
blurry, so don't worry.
Yeah.
It's all focused on you. You're fine.
I'll show you guys. I'll show you that at some other time. There's a. It's a
Ooh.
very. It's a very. It is a. It's
cool.
It's a.
It's really cool.
Related photo. Anyway, all right, I should jump, but how about this? I will tell you guys that there is, at Fandom, there will be more footage. So you can look forward to a bigger meal, if you will, of footage. You don't have to just watch the same 3 shots over.
The same 24-second clip like I have been doing.
Yeah, exactly. I apologize.
I mean, there was nothing wrong with that clip, though.
Okay, so
it's more. Look, that clip is more for fans, you know,
Right.
than the general audience, because the general audience be like, "Wait, Superman walks up to Alfred and what?" But it's more about like sort of the realizing of an idea. And I
So
think
would you say that's a teaser?
There was an idea.
what's that?
Would you say that's a teaser you're showing at Fandom?
Yeah, I would say for sure it's a teaser.
And so, okay, so we'll get a we know we're looking forward to a teaser in a month. We'll have the famous movie or series question answered. Will we know the name?
Oh yeah, you should know the name.
Excellent, good, because
Good.
it
Interesting.
only takes so much of the
In
debates,
jail.
man.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So,
The
yeah.
chat box
So
back
teaser
on.
coming. Be ready. And go get your T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, you guys are
I'll
awesome.
be there.
Thank you so much.
so much.
Thanks for
Thank
doing
you.
this. I'll watch tomorrow. And you're gonna have Debbie on, so don't everybody look out for Debbie tomorrow. With
Yes,
the-
we're very excited for Debbie.
So
Right?
excited to have Debbie tomorrow. It's gonna
Yeah,
be so
she's
fun.
psyched too. We were talking about, you know, what she was going to talk about, and she seems really psyched. So, all right. Well, you guys are the best again, and thanks to all the fans. Thanks for your questions, and like that. Good job.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
DC Fandom, bro.
Are we clear?
Right. That's it, guys. Peace. Hit that